Texting while driving is a huge issue in today's society. Most people are confident about texting and driving, yet the numbers don't lie. 77% of young adults think they can safely text and drive. Yet, according to the National Safety Council, 1,600,000 car accidents happen every year because of texting and driving. 330,000 injuries happen per year because of this. And also 11 teenage deaths per day. This accounts for nearly 25% of all car accidents.
If you wouldn't drink and drive, why would you text and drive? Texting and driving causes about 6 times as many accidents as drinking and driving. The equivalent of driving after 4 beers. Keeping this in mind, about 800,000 people still do this across the country. Texting and driving is the equivalent of driving blind for 5 seconds, which if at 55 miles an hour is the equivalent of a football field.
Drivers see as little as 50% of what's in front of them if they are engaged in a conversation. 1/4 of teenagers respond to at least one text every time they drive. In 2013, 3,154 people were killed in phone-related crashes. 10% of all drivers ages 15 to 19 involved in fatal accidents were reported to have been using cell phones at the time of their crash. Right now, 660,000 drivers are attempting to use their cell phones while behind the wheel. %48 of drivers admit to using their cell phones while behind the wheel, yet 58% of drivers continue to use their cell phones behind the wheel, knowing how dangerous it is.
94% of drivers support a ban on texting and driving. 74% of drivers support a ban on handheld cell phone use. According to the DMV, Ohio law states all drivers under 18 are banned from using cell phone use behind the wheel. Another Ohio law states that all drivers are banned from texting.
Rayla Hood, who is an expert in distracted driving, is pushing Congress to pass a federal law stating that instead of texting and driving being a secondary law, it will be a primary offense. However, there are many alternatives to texting and driving. There's a free app that AT&T made that puts your phone on drive mode so that you cannot use it behind the wheel. Personally, I believe that you should just put down the phone and focus on the road until you're done driving. Or if you don't think that you can do that, go hands-free by using Siri or something else.
Think twice before grabbing your phone.